Melissa, a somber weekend for Americans as we all pause to remember the lives lost on September 11th.
We all talk about where we were and what we were doing when those planes hit the World Trade Center towers and the Pentagon.
In a News 5 exclusive, CIA Director John Brennan talks about that day and how he prepared CIA headquarters in case it was the next target.
In June, I traveled to Washington, D.C. to interview one of our country's top intelligence officials, CIA Director John Brennan. We talked about many security issues facing our country, but I saved this story, the 15-year anniversary of 9/11, for now. At the time, John Brennan wasn't head of the CIA. He was Deputy Executive Director at the agency. We sat down to talk in the very place he was when our nation was shook to its core.
On September 11th of 2001, I was in this very room when the plane struck the World Trade Center. And I remember vividly sitting in this room. We were having our morning meeting, and someone from our operations center came down and said that a plane has just struck the World Trade Center.
Oh my God! And it didn't take long for the CIA to know who was responsible.
When the second plane hit, we all knew here that it was Al-Qaeda because we had seen this growing threat reporting that they were planning to do something.
Oh my God! Heavy on Brennan's mind that day was the knowledge that CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia could easily be the next target.
In the subsequent hours, I spent my time here trying to make sure that as many people as we could got out of the building, because we knew that the CIA was on the target list for Al-Qaeda.
And in the days, weeks, months, and years that followed, the CIA took the lead in tracking down Al-Qaeda members in the hunt for Osama Bin Laden.
The CIA boots were the first boots on the ground, and it was a very personal experience for many of us. We lost friends and colleagues in the 9/11 attacks as well as in the days after that. And that's why here at CIA we are very proud of the 117 stars that are on a wall of CIA officers who have given their lives. And we take that as something very solemn, very sacred. And whenever we look at that wall or see it, it just reinforces our commitment to do whatever we can to prevent these organizations, these terrorist groups, from being able to carry out such attacks again.
Since September 11, 2001, 38 stars have been added to the Wall of Honor. The first was star number 79, and it belongs to my father, Johnny Michael Spann. He was 32 years old.
Al-Qaeda continues to be out there. Just like ISIL, it is one of the groups that we need to be watching for, what they may try to do overseas, what they may try to do here in the States. But we feel as though we here at CIA, working with our FBI and State Department and Defense Department and Homeland Security Department colleagues, that we are up to the task.
It took the CIA 9.5 years to kill Osama Bin Laden, but Al-Qaeda is still active. Recently, Osama's son Hamza Bin Laden made threats against the United States to avenge his father's death. John Brennan told me his agency is taking that threat seriously. Reporting in the studio, Allison Spann, News 5.